Don, at three-quarter time, did you have to remind the players about the percentage that you needed, or was it just a given thing that they had to kick more goals?
I think overall they are aware of the situation. I didn't talk about it specifically. I spoke more about just our ability to continue to play the way we wanted to play. Given the state of the game, it's easy sometimes to start diverting away from that. And to the players' credit, I thought a real solid professional performance for the whole 4 quarters.
Yeah, what impressed you most about the game?
As I said, probably just our ability to stay true to how we want to play. We were strong around the contest. I thought some of our ball movement was good, and I thought we defended the ground really well. So, those are sort of key areas that we look at each week. And as I said, I thought their ability to do that all for the 4 quarters was really impressive.
Seemed to be a lot more attacking handball this week. Was that on purpose, or did it just pan out that way?
I think it's just the way the game panned out. I mean, at times we had the option to use the handball, and it sort of started some chains, and the players then sort of flowed into those chains. So, if the handballs are there, we'll use them.
What about the performances of the guys that came in, Shulman and O'Brien?
Yeah, look, both those guys came in. It was great for Rob to play his first game. It's always exciting when you get a first gamer into your team, and he gets a bit of a buzz, and the boys sort of get around him. So it was really good for Rob. He's been in great form in the SANFL, and he came in tonight and he showed that he's a really developing young ruckman. And he did some really great things for us. And with Curly, who hasn't had an opportunity this year, I know he was really keen to impress and play his role, which is I thought what he did.
Was it as close to your idea of perfection tonight, though?
We don't really judge it by that. We just look at how we want to play. We can review the game. We'll find errors in every game. That's just how it is. And as I said, since day one, we're really just continuing to try and improve. And tonight we took another step forward. We get another 4 points, and but the reality is we move on pretty quick. And next week we've got Fremantle away. And this comp's the way it's sitting and the way it looks. We just got to keep winning. Keep winning gives us the best chance, coming into the season.
Was there anything sort of, when you're winning by as much as you are at each quarter break, was there anything that you were looking out for that was bugging you about the way they were playing? You wanted them to fix up throughout the game?
No, not really. We were just continually reinforcing our messaging about how we wanted to go about it. And as I said, to the players' credit, they drove that standard and they understood, how we play and what creates the result, and they were able to focus on that. And it's often easy to get distracted by the scoreboard. And we spoke about that before the game, and about the reality for us is that we can only go about bringing a good solid effort and following our process, and the outcome sort of looks after itself. And to their credit tonight, they did that and stayed there for the whole 4 quarters.
Was there any focus to sort of stay ruthless after last week, sort of bit of a fade out late?
No, not specifically. I think the players they may talk about what it looks like for them on ground. They're the ones that are driving it, because once we've spoken to them and we head back up into the coach's box, it's left to them to really drive what they want. The leaders play a strong role in that, in terms of making sure that we don't divert from what we want to do. And again, as I said, I thought they did that tonight.
Brisbane are obviously a developing side. Is there much to sort of learn from a game like this, where the margin is that big?
There's always something to learn, and we'll review the game as we always do, and pick out the key learnings from our viewpoint. And there's some things which, again, you walk away from every contest. It doesn't matter what sport you play, with things you can learn, and there'll be some things in there that we can learn and implement as we go forward.
How much pressure is there for spots in the side now? I mean, you've got a couple of guys who came in and played well, and then a couple of guys have been rested. And a margin like that, how do you fit everyone in? Well,
it's the challenge we faced all year. I mean, we got 2 guys in. I think it takes our total to 29 we've played for the year. A few guys have missed out. We'll continue to look at the best balanced side, the best available side, and we'll pick on form. And that's a good spot to be in, because we've got those guys who, as they showed tonight, can come in and play their role, and that's what we need, because you don't know what's around the corner. And it's important we've got depth of numbers in our squad.
There's a lot of first option football tonight when you really move it quickly. Is that still coming from that last quarter against Geelong when you did make a change? Is it a flow-on effect from that?
I think most sides would like to be able to move the ball, quickly when they can. It's a preferred way of moving it, and sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. Tonight we were able to at times get the ball moving nice and quickly, which created some opportunities for us. So, but it's a matter of being flexible to the game and what it offers you. And tonight, some of those plays they unfolded for us.
And it was a nice return from the skipper? His ankle didn't look like it bothered him at all tonight.
Yeah, look, as I said in the lead-up, he was not going to play unless he was 100%, and he got through the week. And the week off, in that respect, really helped him. That's settled down, and we're really hopeful now that we won't have any reoccurrence or any issue that he's got to carry going forward. So, from what I haven't spoken to him about how he's pulled up, but he didn't show any signs at all that he was struggling with it.
Are you likely to rest anyone next week?
Too early to tell, to be honest. We'll see how we pull up out of tonight. We've obviously got 8 days into next week, so that's generally plenty of time to recover. And we'll see how, say, Source travels. He'll get up and running early in the week, and we'll assess how he's moving and where he's at. If he's fit, he'll play. If he's not, he won't.
Thompson back into the side next week.
Yeah, and Thompson's obviously had the break, so he's, as I said, during the week we were planning to give him a rest at some point. He's had that rest, and so he'll be ready to go next week.
I know that you talk about being focused a week at a time and focused on the next opponent, but given the fact that you're third on the ladder now, how much do you sort of look at that, and how much is it a topic of discussion at the club? Yeah, we don't. I really don't look at the ladder, to be honest, that often. If at all, because the reality for us is we know that if we continue to play well and win games of footy, we're going to finish higher up the ladder. So I think last week or 2 weeks ago we dropped a game and went from second to sixth. And tonight I don't know where we finished, but I'm sure we came maybe up the ladder somewhere. It's a moving feast, and it's so tight at the top that all we can do is focus on week to week, getting the result and moving forward.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, guys.